Hi, and welcome to our quick FaciliTopic about the evolution of operations and maintenance. My name is JRimer, President and Principal Consultant of FM360. Before we get into our topic, allow me to share a bit about my journey into the facility world. Like many facility professionals that have been in the industry a few decades, I was kind of sucked into facility management. As a mechanical engineer, my desire was to design cars. But prior to my senior year at Arizona State University, Intel offered me an internship at their new fab and a subsequent job upon graduation in the facility department. I figured I could use facilities to open the door to other opportunities in the manufacturing sector. Well, that was over 24 years ago, and I'm still in facilities field and loving it. I've worked in a variety of industries from high-tech data centers and corporate campuses to higher education and healthcare. I have been in, on, and under hundreds of buildings, and I'm always looking for my next tour. I happily wear the title of Facilities Geek. It is a great industry, and I have very much enjoyed the journey with each up and down leading to a new destination and opportunity. This passion for the industry and the hardworking people that serve it were the primary motivators for starting FM360 in 2012, which allows my team and me to partner with clients around the world to take their facility management program to the next level. But enough about me. Let's get into our topic. When you think about facility management, and more specifically operations and maintenance, as I'm sure that is something you often ponder, what comes to mind? Do you picture a janitor pushing a squeaky wheel trash can down the hallway, making their rounds to ensure a safe, clean learning environment, cleaning and picking up things most of us would not dare to? How about the seeming anonymous grounds worker making sure the sidewalks are cleared and the campus is safe and presentable? Do you stop to consider all of the science and planning that goes into providing a healthy grounds management plan? Or what about that building engineer with the ring of jangling keys speed walking past you? Do you have any idea what they are headed off to do? Or know what it takes for them to keep you and your fellow students comfortable and productive? There's a lot that goes into operating and maintaining facilities, most of which is hidden behind the scenes, being executed daily by these unsung heroes. As building systems have evolved, so has O&M. This is more true today than it has ever been. As we look at this evolution, let's consider the simplicity of the classic cars of the 1960s. For example, my first car was a very used 1968 Ford Mustang, similar to the one in this picture, definitely not as nice. I spent many, many hours under the hood, under the car, just to keep it running. But here's the thing. I could work on it. All I needed was my Chilton's book. We didn't have YouTube back then, and the local parts store. Contrast that with the cars of today. I wouldn't dare even try to change the oil on these modern cars. They are rolling computers that are so intricate and complicated. The Tesla Model 3, for example, has 3 4-core CPUs just for self-driving. If you mess one thing up, the rest of the car is out of whack, which could have catastrophic impacts. Buildings are not too dissimilar. My elementary school, shown here in small town Oklahoma, which is still open, by the way, was just a simple brick and mortar school, probably not too dissimilar from what some of you have gone to. Unitary vents, which are like the big radiators as we have in this picture here that are underneath the windows that when they kick on, you know, that first cold spell in the fall or winter, that fills that room with the smell of dust and burnt erasers. Yeah, that's about all that it had back then, you know, and some thermostats, nothing fancy. You compare that to the modern facilities of today with their advanced high efficiency integrated systems. If one sensor fails or gets out of calibration, the whole building operations can be thrown off kilter. Each new piece of equipment that comes into the building has its own onboard logics and computer systems. Baling wire and duct tape doesn't cut it anymore. Our buildings and systems have evolved, so facility management has had to change as well. The primary focus of FM and our O&M efforts has changed from keeping things running to keeping the occupants happy, healthy, and productive, which requires us to effectively manage and maintain building systems so that they can effectively and efficiently deliver comfortable temperature and humidity with the appropriate lighting, all while satisfying building codes. We leverage technology such as building controls, which is essentially the central nervous system of the facility, to monitor occupant spaces and to operate building systems as optimally as possible. Reactive maintenance is no longer satisfactory. Maintenance and facility services are now scheduled and coordinated in a computerized maintenance management system, or CMMS, which is where we also track asset history, analyze operations, and discern costs to help drive business decisions. Because in reality, facility managers are responsible for the second largest asset and expense for most organizations. Thus, the mindset of if it isn't broken, don't fix it, that has shifted to one of big picture, output-centered, business-driven. One of FM's key resources is the facility team. From our custodial and grounds to general maintenance engineers and journeyman trade staff, they are the fabric that holds O&M together with the guidance and support of the facility managers. And then lastly, we have to partner with our service providers to perform required maintenance, ensuring systems achieve useful life and that equipment is operating as designed. Acting as that ringleader, overseeing all of these activities, all the while maintaining relationships and selling the value of the department, is the facility manager. An FM must be able to juggle many things at once, speaking multiple languages from technical to business, and keep evolving and driving the program forward. So the next time you stroll across a campus, step into a clean restroom, or run into a building to cool off from the summer heat, take a step back and think about all the moving pieces and the hardworking unsung heroes that make this facility world go round. Then ask yourself, are you ready to be one of the fresh new minds we need to keep advancing this exciting industry? Thank you for listening to this FaciliTopic on the evolution of operation and maintenance. FaciliTopics are short lessons on the facility management industry intended to give you an overview of one topic. For more FaciliTopics or to learn more about Facilithon, visit fmpipeline.org. Thanks again.